My name is Sarah Gaylord, and today I'll be demonstrating how my family makes shepherd's pie. For this speech, I will not be using any note cards. I will just be going from memory. Have you ever wondered where certain traditions began in your family? Traditions such as making food, singing Christmas carols, or even going to church every Sunday. Well, luckily for me, I've had the opportunity to sit down and learn where most of my family traditions began. Traditions can begin out of nowhere, but they can last a lifetime with the help of your family. A tradition can be defined in many different ways. According to Merriam-Webster, a tradition is defined as an inherited behavioral trait that can be passed down throughout generations. For my family, our family traditions have always been centered around making food. My grandmother has always made it a point to make sure that her grandkids knew how to cook. I have a big family, so at family gatherings, we have to feed a ton of people. That is what made shepherd's pie such a good dish for my family. When you have to feed 6 children, you learn how to improvise. That is exactly what my great-grandparents did. My great-grandparents worked countless hours in the fields to make sure that they could provide for their family by putting food on the table every day. They used cooking as a way of gathering. Every single day, they would come home from school or work and gather in the kitchen to begin making dinner. They used this time to discuss their day and have some quality time as a family. My great-grandmother used shepherd's pie because she could easily take leftovers from the day before so they could save money for other things. There's many different recipes for shepherd's pie, but for my family, we kept it simple. According to the Food Network, you can use 1 cup of onions for this recipe. People have put all types of things, from corn, mushrooms, people have even put sheep's meat in this. Now for time's purpose, I have already laid out a layer of hamburger meat, mashed potatoes, and cheese. But to demonstrate, I'm going to put another layer of hamburger meat, next I'm going to put a layer of mashed potatoes, and for the mashed potatoes, you want to make sure that they're not too thick so they will spread evenly over the hamburger meat. After the mashed potatoes is laid out, you're going to evenly spread a thin layer of cheese over the top, and you want to make sure that the cheese covers all 4 corners of the pan. And I already had my oven preheated to 350, but that is something that you'll need to do. And for time purpose, I have already made a shepherd's pie, and this is what it will look like when you are done. When you put it in the oven, you'll want to set a timer for 30 minutes, but you will want to keep an eye on it to make sure that your cheese does not burn. In the Britannica articles, it is thought of that peasant housewives use shepherd's pie as a way of repackaging the leftovers from the Sunday roast, and that, as I said earlier, is what made this recipe such a good thing for my family. Traditions are such a big thing in my family, and it shows us that we actually get to spend quality time as a family, and that is why we use cooking.